Saving puts you in control. You decide when to spend and when not to spend. But it doesn't mean you have to do without the things that are important to you. Saving gives you the ability to make choices instead of being pushed from one spending emergency to another. Plus, you'll be able to use your savings to get things you could not get otherwise. In this video, we'll discuss why saving regularly will help you, the power of starting to save early, some tips to make it easier to save, and key ways to start planning and saving for your goals. Most of what we do takes money. You may be able to cover day-to-day expenses each month, but can you set aside some savings to pay for anything extra, like unexpected home repairs, a vacation trip, or becoming unable to work for a month? Saving is an essential part of managing your finances. If you're just covering day-to-day expenses, you'll have a hard time paying for anything that takes more money. Saving means taking a longer term view of your life. You might be perfectly happy with your life today. You might even have a little left over at the end of the month, which you can save for purchases like that big screen television or a vacation in the sun. But if you look ahead, are you prepared for your future? Are you ready to plan for short-term items like purchases that you don't have in your monthly budget? Plan for mid-term items like buying a home, getting more training or education so that you can get a better job or investing for the future? Plan for the long term, like paying for your children's education or getting ready for your retirement. Unplanned events can happen too. If you suffer an injury and can't work, it may be months before you receive insurance or other compensation. If your home needs repairs, your only alternative to saving may be an expensive loan if you can get it. Saving can be a simple step that you don't even notice. You can start saving on a regular basis, preparing for emergencies and large expenses. First, pay off any expensive debts that cost you more than you can earn in your savings plan. Make a regular contribution, weekly or monthly, to a saving fund. Start as early as you can. The money you save will grow slowly, but it will be there when you need it. To show you the power of investing early, let's take a look at an example. Sean and Helen began planning for their future soon after they got together. They decided they could put $250 a month into a savings plan and still do everything they wanted to do. With conservative investments, they earned an average interest of 3.5% on their savings each year. After 40 years together, they decided it was time for an early retirement. With over $260,000 saved, they had a helpful surplus to add to their pensions. Their friends Macario and Tala began to save 10 years later. Although they had saved a similar amount of $250 a month, they had only 30 years of saving when they began to look at financing their retirement. At the same rate of interest, an average of 3.5% over 30 years, they saved $158,000. As a result, they faced the choice of working several years longer or retiring with less money saved. Remember, starting early makes a big difference to your total savings over time. Also, the interest adds to your total savings over time. Most people know the reasons to save, but many don't do it consistently. Why not? Sometimes you're already spending all the money you have on essentials, but many factors besides reasoning enter into financial decisions. Our choices are affected by powerful factors like emotions, knowledge, habits, and other behaviors. Although many types of factors can affect your decisions, when you are aware of them, you can take steps to overcome them. For example, an automatic savings plan is a good step for most people. Most financial institutions will automatically transfer an amount from your checking account to your savings account every month. When your financial institution does it, you don't have to think about it or make any decisions. And if a portion of your money is transferred to your savings account before you spend it, you won't think of using it. Once you've decided that you want to save, how do you go about it? Keep these tips in mind. Make a plan for your spending and saving. Cut back on spending on wants that are not very important. Put the money you save into a separate account like an emergency fund or towards your mortgage. Pay off expensive debts. Pay down any debts that cost more than your savings will earn. For example, if you're paying 18% interest on a credit card and you're thinking about saving plan that will pay 4% interest, you'll be much further ahead if you pay off the credit card first. Pay yourself first. Set aside money from your income before you spend on anything else. Use what's left to pay for other things. Grow your savings over time and use tax shelters and other ways to keep the maximum amount of your savings. Registered retirement savings plan, RRSPs, and tax-free savings accounts, TFSAs, are good ways to reduce or defer the taxes you pay on your savings. An important key to growing your savings is the amount of interest or other income you can earn with it. Usually, you receive compound interest, that is, the institutions pay interest on the interest they have already paid you. This helps your savings grow even faster. To recap the key lessons in this video, there are no fixed rules for saving except this: start as soon as you can. Your savings will grow over time. It's usually best to clear any high interest debts before starting to your savings, because they usually cost more than you can earn with a savings plan. Pay these debts first and then regularly put the money into a savings account. However, if you have longer term debt at a lower interest rate, like a mortgage, it is good to set aside some money for emergencies while you pay off the debt. If you have a choice, put your savings first into a plan that others will add to. For example, governments will add to your savings in a registered education savings plan, RESPs, and some employers will also contribute to an employee's retirement savings plan. Also, a savings plan that defers or avoids taxes may be a better way to save than a plan that you pay taxes on. For example, savings in a tax-free savings account, TFSAs, are tax-free, and a registered retirement savings plan, RSP, lets you defer income taxes until you take your savings out of the plan. What are you mainly saving for? Let us know in the comment section down below. We hope you found this video beneficial and gained something of value from it. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from the video as well. You can also refer to the source of this video provided in the description. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel here on Moementum Finance. We post every week several videos about investing, saving, as well as ways to reach financial freedom. Thank you, and we hope to see you next time.